Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Super Bowl dreams are on the line today in the conference championship, where only one team can move on. It's the Chargers going up against the Bengals. So let's send you up now to the Queen City of Cincinnati. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the San Diego Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Here we go.
The slot man in motion right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and that'll bring up second down. And, Charles, here's the offensive lineup.
Melvin Gordon, the exciting young runner out of Wisconsin, well over 2,000 yards his last year with the Badgers. This is a guy who can catch it and run it.
15 yards through the air and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And while we have a moment, let's meet the starters defensively for the Cincinnati Bengals.
And they wanted to update and beef up their secondary, and they did that with their first-round selection. William Jackson III out of Houston has speed, good eyes in the secondary, and is aggressive on the corner.
And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40 and brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop. First drive for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They come up with an offset eye. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
3 down. Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Detroit.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Detroit!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
There he goes left side. Past the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll drop to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for them, too.
And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Good! Now let's go! 3-19! All right, now look at 56. Look at.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. This is taken near the 13. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. That goes for a gain of 31.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now they try the right side here. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. A gang of Charger defenders there for the tackle.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on third down. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Their big-bodied receiver, 75 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Denzel Perryman not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 30, 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Their dangerous wide receiver, 66 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Watch right, we got right. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Back that it up, Billy. Here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs. They're going to look to throw. He's got time. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Good. Watch it now, Barney.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Finding time. And that is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
No. Check. Patriot. Leopard. Hurry up, here we go.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because...
And look out! I think he's going to go! The 20! And all the way in for the Cincinnati score! A great effort there. 97 yards. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. Out of the gun now on third down. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And it's taken in at the 9. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
3 down. Set. On now, look at 56.
He's back to throw. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense. I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
No. Check. Patriot. Set. 3-19.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. That's what they wanted out of that first. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They come out here in the eye. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
And this one through the uprights and good. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. Ooh, the juke. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take the knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it go again. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done. Now part 2.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He's got time in the pocket. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 there. And that'll make it third down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Okay, so interesting here. A field goal would win this thing, but the kicking team on the sideline, and they're going for it on fourth down. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown.
They're going to win it.
And let the celebration begin. In an overtime thriller, they're off to the Super Bowl. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you